Will, how do you think Westview played against their matchup, Buena Vista?
I think pretty expected, honestly. We just controlled what we need to. It was a lot slower than I thought it would be from the Westview offense. I mean, we scored like 30 points in the first quarter, but still, we figured out our groove and just got through the game. Arguably, the second half was kind of really not good basketball, but honestly, what can you do against a team that's been really struggling all year like Buena Vista? So honestly, we just meet expectations. I think we saved some energy for tonight.
I mean, I agree with that completely. Tessa, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I think Buena Vista didn't take very good shots. I think they were kind of rushing. I don't think that their game plan coming into the night was very good. I don't know. I think they walked in defeated. I don't think they walked in and were ready to play a basketball game. I just think they put up shots that didn't need to be. I think they should have driven into the lane more, in my opinion. But I just think that tonight should be a better matchup that we're going to see.
Okay, so Lincoln Northeast, they have a couple really good players on their squad that can, shoot the basketball, get rebounds, and overall they just are able to pass. How do you think Westview can limit their offense?
Well, I mean, just using our potential and our key players like McKenna Rempe. She's really hard on defense. She's always the one going in trying to grab the ball or cause a turnover. And Sailor Smith, not necessarily on the defensive side, but controlling the paint, controlling rebounds, who gets the rebounds, who gets what. I think they're going to be two of our key players tonight in controlling the game.
Tessa, you?
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that threes are going to be a huge thing this game since we are playing a team that is closer to our caliber of basketball. I think making sure that our threes get knocked down by Stella Williams and Macy Kellner, I think that'll be huge.
So, DJ, how do you think the Den will be rocking tonight?
I feel like we're going to be really hyped this time. Maybe not as many times as I've seen. I haven't been to most games. The games I have been to, the crowd is really hyped. I like to see like the presence. I like to see the school spirit, and they dress accordingly to things. It just looks awesome.
Yeah, I know that Mr. Lee, on the announcements on Wednesday morning, he said that he would pay for the first 100 students who went and found him. He would pay for their ticket. So I don't know how many people took him up on that offer, but the offer was there. Students shouldn't have to pay to get into this game, so there should be a big student section.
I agree with that. Who do you think will be a major X factor for the Wolverines tonight?
Stella Williams, just like Tessa said earlier, this game's going to come down to the three and whatever we can do on defense to limit the Rockets, I believe. Yeah, the Rockets. And so Stella Williams, if she can put up the threes that she's been putting up in previous nights and that she's put up all season, I believe 73 before the game against Buena Vista all season. So she's one of the leaders in the state when it comes to three-pointers, so I think she's just going to be invaluable when it comes to our game tonight.
I mean, I agree with that. I mean, I think she's going to have to step up because the Rockets are a very, disciplined team. They have a lot of girls that can score the basketball and do many things, and they also have girls that can come off the bench, and they have a lot of depth. So I feel like if they want to keep this game alive, I feel like they're going to have to rely on Stella a little bit. Guys, who do you think has the better uniforms tonight? Will?
It's very hard because I've never really. I'm just gonna go with the home and away combo for this one. I'm gonna have to say Westview. The the orange on white combo has just been classic. It's what we've seen from both our men's and women's teams. It's just, I think it's one of the better home uniform. Better home uniform combos that we've seen in the Omaha metro area so far.
I'm going to have to agree with you, specifically the white on the orange. Orange on white. I really like that a lot, and I'm a sucker for blue and orange, and more specifically white and orange. I just love those two colors. I think they look really good next to each other.
I'm going to disagree with both of you. I'm going to go with Lincoln Northeast just because I think that the black and white is so just classic. I think that it's just something that you see. I think a lot of teams do, but I think personally for me it never gets old. I just think they're two colors that go really well together, and yeah.
I've been down to Lincoln Northeast for a while, I know what the school look like. I like their uniforms. I like their football uniforms more, but their track uniforms, me personally, it looks the best compared to their basketball, but they look kind of similar.
Guys, how do you think they're going to be able to stop Renhard on the offensive end?
Well, I mean, she averages a double double. No triple doubles yet, but it's just you gotta lock down the paint. Honestly, she's up there getting rebounds. You gotta do one-on-one matchup with her and Sailor Smith, and really emphasize a fight between those two. So they have to go to their other options for scoring, because that's, again, the main goal of the game is to get them to shoot as many threes as possible, and they're going to make some, but if we keep pressuring them to send it to the outside, they're going to make less, and I think that'll help Westview in the long run.
Yeah, I actually agree with that a lot. I think because she's arguably one of the best on the offensive end for the Rockets, because she's able to pass the ball and do everything for them. I think if we put our best defender on her, she might have a tough time. But I also think putting her on a girl like Stella, because Stella's very like maneuverable and she can shoot, and she has a jumper that you have to like step up on. So I feel like that could be like a Kevin Garnett versus Carmelo Anthony sort of thing, where it's like both of your star players are up against each other, because both of them are really good when the ball is in their hands.
Yeah, I agree with that. You said that she's one of the best players for this team. I think she's one of the best players in this district, this A-6 district. So I think it's definitely something that Westview hasn't had to play a lot this year. So I think it'll be interesting to see what they do end up doing to account for her. But yeah, I just think stopping her in rebounds, like Will said, will be the biggest thing.
I think Reinhardt is going to perform exceptionally well and put us on like higher defense than we usually do. Just because of her threes, we're gonna have to move up, and we're gonna have to make sure we keep the paint. Just make sure we stay in the paint. Don't let her inside the paint when she's not going to shoot.
Perfect. We've been saying this for the past couple of previews. How do we think Lucy is going to be in this game?
I mean, I think we just keep throwing the dart every time, and we somehow keep hitting the number 3 on the dartboard. It's just like, I think we're putting a little bit too much high of expectations. She's kind of really settled into being a role player, dishing out assists, kind of just maneuvering the floor to create confusion on the opposing defense. So I think not going to be necessarily a high-scoring game. I'd be fine. It'd be nice if we got like 10 points from her, but we're probably going to see more like 4 or 6. So it's just a matter of finding what niche she's really good at. Is what her niche has been all year, has just been dishing out assists and creating confusion on defense.
I mean, I agree with that. Tessa?
Yeah, I kind of agree with what Will said. I think that she is going to be a key player in this game, but I feel like we've known this. Like, we know that she's going to come in big for Westview. I'm looking at more Macy Kellner, seeing what she's doing. I feel like she's not a name that you hear as much from this Westview team, but she's somebody who produces scores. I know that at Miller North, she had the buzzer beater to help them. So I think that she's a name that I think we need to watch out for, and that Lincoln Northeast, should watch out for.
I think Lucy Vieiro is going to be an excellent passer. I think she's going to do something with the ball. She's going to shoot some threes. I also think she might come with at least 10 assists this game. I think she's going to make maybe 20. I think she's going to give 20.
So I have a little statistic for it. Well, not statistic, like a bet. So over under 13.5 points for Stella Williams tonight. Anyone?
Over.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go over, but I think it's just gonna be slightly. I think she'll go for about 15. I think that she's gonna hit some threes, but I don't think that she's gonna have an overwhelmingly 20-point game.
I'm actually gonna disagree with you. I think she's gonna go under, but again, slightly under. I think she's probably gonna have that 13 mark, or maybe even that 12 mark. I think that she's had that, that dart on her back, where she's been everyone's been having her circled, being that main girl for Westview. I feel like they're gonna try the most to limit her. I could even see her getting double teamed if she gets hot early. Mm-hmm. So I feel like that's gonna force other players to step up and get those threes.
Yeah, it's one of those bets where it's like, gosh, I don't know whether I should do the over or under. I'm gonna agree with Kaj on this one. Is that Stella has been a very hot player this season, and so I think Lincoln Northeast have really looked at her as the number one option for Westview, and so I think they're going to limit her. So I'm going to say under on this one, but I think she's still going to get like 10, 11, 12 points.
And I have one more for like the whole Rockets team to like score 63.5 over under.
I'm going to go with the under. I think it's going to be 63, I think, is a little high for this game. I think it's going to be, they're pretty evenly matched out, so I think it's going to be, the defense is going to be a little bit better. So I think it'll be about 53 to in the 50s range, I think, for both of these teams.
I personally would say we're making 68 points, and then the Rockets, they're being, like, since they're really good on defense, I see some blocks, they have a really good shooter, they're going to be around 57 at lowest and 72 at highest. So, yeah.
So I do agree with you in the fact that it's going to be a pretty defensive game, but also there has to be somebody to score the points, and I think they're like the shooters for the Rockets are like, you know, they make their shots. They're just not going to huck stuff up. They're going to be very precise with it. So I think there's going to have to be someone to keep the pressure on when Westview starts to pull away, and there's going to have to be vice versa for Westview when the Rockets start to pull away. So I think it is going to be over, but just slightly.
Yeah, I'm kind of also on the edge here about this, is because for all the district final games that we've hosted here at Westview, they've been really low-scoring games, both heartbreaks so far, but hopefully it's not that tonight. I'm going to have to say under, just because of the history is where I believe both teams are more defensively disciplined when they're coming into the district finals, knowing that their season is on the line, and if they lose this game, they're not going to be able to play another game. So they have to play it tight, they have to play it deep, and just completely really hard on defense. So I'm going to have to say under 63.5.
All right, I think that's going to come to the end of our preview show, and I'll pass around the mic, and we'll have our final score predictions. Will?
Yeah, it's going to be a really close game, I think. Again, really defensively focused. I don't see it being in the low mid 40s like our boys game was, or boys final was last year, but I don't see it being in like the 70s range. I'm going to have to go 56 Westview, 53 Lincoln Northeast.
I mean, I do have to honor my bet. I think that it's going to be a relatively high-scoring game towards the second half. I think it's going to be slow in the first, higher in the second half. So the Rockets are going to score that like 66 range, and then Westview is going to barely edge them out, 68 to 66.
Yeah, I kind of alluded to it earlier, but I'm going to put this game in the 50s. I think it'll be up towards the higher 50s. I think Westview it'll be like 59 to 55, I think, but I think the tempo is going to be fast, that I think we might see some more turnovers just because of the tempo from both of these teams, but I still think that both teams will score.
I'm going to have to say 69 and 62 Westview.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We will see Tessa back at the desk.
Jojo, go!
and welcome into the District A-6 Finals matchup. We have your Westview Wolverines taking on the Lincoln Northeast Rockets. Grayson, what are you expecting out of this game?
Well, I'm expecting a gritty, physical matchup. Both of these teams are ready for their chance to make state. That's what the stakes are. Both of these teams are ready. And we got to talk about this Lincoln Northeast team who suffocated Norfolk in their matchup. That was Wednesday, and that was a suffocating game for them. Their defense showed up, and that's how it's been all year long. This is a really good defensive team from Lincoln Northeast, and that's probably what they're going to lean on today.
Yeah, for sure. We have Kaylin Bailey and Brenna Renard for the tip-off. And the ball is still up for grabs, and it will be out on the Rockets, so Westview will start on offense.
The tip there hit the ref. Chaotic play to start the game.
We'll see if Westview can start off hot here. We know they usually try and push the tempo, so we'll see what they go with to start the game as it passes to Kellner, and that is out of bounds. It will stay Westview basketball.
Already a knockaway for this Lincoln Northeast defense, which gets a lot of steals, gets some blocks too. They're averaging about 3 blocks, which a lot of teams don't get any blocks. I'm excited to watch the defense and see what they do.
Bailey passes to Piero. Back over to Ross. Ross to Kellner. Piero takes her time, steps back. She tries to drive, but it's pushed back out. Ross will drive into the lane. Back out to Bailey for 3 in the corner, and she has it! Kaylin Bailey with the first 3 points of the game, getting Westview up. Lincoln Northeast trying to see if they can get anything done on offense. Renard passes in and is almost out, but they recover. Not great start for the Rockets. 3 is put up by Stabler, as she will sink it. Back-to-back threes by both of these teams. That's something I'm expecting to see for most of this game, is those threes.
I mean, Stabler gets it started, but we can expect that all night. She's averaging 18 points per game. That jumps right off the page, and she gets the scoring started.
And the Rockets will get that steal off of Stella Williams, someone who doesn't make many mistakes.
Still, speaking of Stabler, she got the steal there. She's averaging 3 steals per game.
Renard's layup isn't there. Rebounded by Stella Williams. Piero to Ross. Ross back out to Bailey for 3. And she sinks it once again. Westview up 3 points. All 6 of Westview's points are thanks to Kaylin Bailey. Owens. Her pass is stolen by Westview as they will push the tempo. Bailey with the fast break, but her layup is off the mark. And it will be Rockets basketball as the Rockets will take the first timeout of the game, a 30-second timeout. A very exciting game to start. All of the points were scored were threes. What do you think the Rockets are going to do in this next offense possession?
I mean, we already saw if the teams want to run. It's obvious that Lincoln Northeast wants to knock the ball away, be pesky, and Westview just needs to run. That layup miss, that was a big mistake there, but it's all right. You're up by 3, and those 2 threes were nice. You got to know when to get into your offense and know when to push, because that's going to be a big, you can't make those mistakes, so you got to know when to set up your offense and when not to.
Yeah, for sure, and the Rockets are a team that will take advantage of those turnovers.
Yeah.
So it'll be Rockets basketball out of the timeout. Westview's up 6-3.
But if you're Westview, you're feeling good after those 6 points because Lincoln Northeast had a suffocating first quarter versus Norfolk. That's where the money was made because the game ended up decently close between them, but it was really the first 3 quarters for Norfolk where Lincoln Northeast had a great start.
And that is a travel by Brenna Renard, somebody who is one of the best players on this Rockets team.
Yeah, Brenna Renard averaging a double-double and also 2 blocks, so her stats show off the page as well. I haven't seen that in a high school player averaging a double-double.
She's wild. Fierro passes to Kellner. Back over to Fierro. Kellner passes back to Fierro. Ross. Looking for somewhere to pass to as she gets it to Williams, who puts up a shot, and she sinks it, just switches it through the net. Stella Williams' first points of the game.
That wasn't the easiest shot, but Williams, a pure shooter. She's been great all year long for Westview, and to start the game, it's been Kaylin Bailey and Stella Williams, Westview's 2 best players.
The ball goes out of bounds. It will stay Rocket basketball as Westview's up 8-3 with 5:20 left in the first quarter. The ball's passed in. Owens passes it up to Stabler. Stabler back out to Merle, who puts up the three, and she has it. Great three-point shooting by both of these teams.
Yeah, both teams are showing off their shot making early. It's evident. These are two, serious teams. They're two great teams.
For sure. As Ross passes out to Fierro, who gets it to Kellner. Back over to Williams. Williams in under the basket to Ross with the easy layup. That's the kind of things that I think Westview needs to start doing on offense.
And that was a nice pass from Williams, getting it to Ross. Beautiful offense there.
Perry passes it up to Merle. Merle back out to Stabler, who puts up a shot. It is off the mark, rebounded by Stabler though. And Ross will go in for the jump ball. Great hustle by Olivia Ross to create that jump ball.
It'll stay Lincoln Northeast ball.
Kalei Catrone checking in for the Wolverines. Catrone is a great person to have for Westview on defense right now. Ball is passed into Perry, who shoots the three just off the rim. Rebounded, was almost rebounded by Catrone, but she loses the ball. Owens drives in, but she loses the ball. And they will call a foul on Westview. The Den was audibly not happy with that one. Ball passed into Stabler. Back around the three-point line. Owens has control, passes it to Merle. Owens over to Stabler. Over to Perry. Back around. And they will call another foul on Westview. That is the second foul on Olivia Ross, as McKenna Rempe and Sailor Smith will come into this game.
Yeah, both of these teams want to get into long offensive possessions, pass it around a lot, and that can, we see with Westview here, that can be rough to defend, and then you end up fouling.
Yeah, that'll be something to watch more into the game, is how Ross's fouls are going.
Yep. Whoa.
This is a very physical game already. As Merle passes it back out to Stabler, who shoots the three. Her shot is off the mark, and the rebound is kind of contested. And they will call a foul, and that one will go Westview's way.
I love that possession. Like, everybody wanted the call when it was Renardi went to the floor, but they just played on into such a physical possession in just the first quarter, but that'll be going on all night long.
And Westview not giving up on that one as Fierro passes to Bailey. Inside to Rempe. Rempe shot is long for Smith, but recovered by Catrone. As the ball gets back into Smith, and her shot is just over. Rebounded by the Rockets. Westview up 4 points. As Stabler's shot is blocked by Sailor Smith. Great play by Smith. Catrone passes to Fierro. Bailey drives in, and her shot is good. Bailey is having herself a night already. Stabler slowing down a bit as she's defended by Smith. Passes it back to Sand. Over as Van Dyke will drive in. And that will be out on the Rockets. Westview basketball.
That's great defense from Kaylin Bailey. She just bodied up, didn't foul, and then the Lincoln Northeast player fell over. No foul there. It's great defense.
Maya Slayer in this game for Westview.
You can see that in the backcourt, two freshman guards for the Westview Wolverines.
Yeah, for sure.
Did I say freshman? I meant sophomore. My bad.
You're good. Sawyer. Kellner pass back to Sawyer. She drives in. Her shot is off, but she will be fouled. Maya Slayer will head to the free throw line to shoot two.
Yeah, this is a district game, intense environment, but this is a Westview team who's been here before. They were in district last year, suffered a rough loss to North-South, and then made it to state and lost that game. Maya Sawyer no good on the first, and it's McKenna Lepke and Maya Sawyer who are the two sophomores who weren't. Of course, they went to Westview last year, but weren't a part of that team. At least did get minutes, so excited to see what these two sophomores have in some early minutes.
For sure. And Sawyer makes her second one. Westview up 13-6.
These are some players with all the seniors Westview has will definitely get a bigger role next year, and games like these district, this is definitely a chance for them to get some big reps.
Yeah, for sure. Renard for three. And that is off the mark. Rebounded by Sawyer as Catrone goes down hard.
Hard hit on Catrone.
As the ball is on the floor. And that will be a jump ball, Wolverine basketball.
I'm impressed. We knew it's going to be physical, and it's been just that, but I feel like Westview's being the more physical team so far. That's why they're up. I feel like they're doing a great job so far. Yeah, Catrone took a hit there. Popping back to the bench. It'll be Stella Williams in for her. Counter, deep three.
And she sinks it!
10-point lead for the Westview Wolverines. And there'll be a timeout. Timeout, Lincoln Northeast.
We will be back after this full timeout. We are back after that full timeout from the Rockets. They will start back on offense.
Great explosion there from this Westview offense. We're talking up this Lincoln Northeast defense, but it's been no issue for Westview so far.
Owens over to Perry. Perry to Renard. Back around as they were driving the basket. Back out
Nice
to Perry
pass.
for three. Just off. Rebounded by Renard. As she will try and get the putback, but she will be fouled. So she will head to the line and shoot two. She is 64% from the free throw line. So she will try and cut this Westview lead. Her first shot is off the rim. Maya Sawyer checking into the game for Taylor Smith. Westview with 3 fouls in this quarter. As she misses the second one as well. So Fierro will try to do something for the Westview offense. Fierro for three, and she sinks it. All of Westview's players on fire from beyond the arc.
I mean, they're just not missing so far. Westview offense locked in early.
Stabler, back to Perry, over to Sand, back to Perry. As Owens will pass to Sand and put up a three, and that is over the basket. The Rockets have kind of slowed down after their timeouts. And Fierro will get an and one opportunity. Some guts from Fierro driving into the basket there.
See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Westview, they can set up their offense, score that way, but when the fast break's there, they'll take it. A beautiful move from Fierro, who's one of the fastest guards you'll see.
Yeah, on defense she can get past you in the blink of an eye, and she will head to the line and shoot one. She sinks that one, so Westview's up 22-6. 35 seconds left in the first quarter. A 2-second difference from the shot clock and the regular clock, as that beautiful move from Stabler is not, her basket is not made. Bailey passes to Kellner. She thinks about the three, but doesn't take it. Fierro passes to Bailey.
No shot clock. They can get the last shot here.
Kellner over to Sawyer. And she will drive in. And she got stuck between two Rocket defenders.
3 seconds.
And it will expire, but they will call that shot no
No
good.
basket.
So at the end of the first quarter, Westview up 22-6. We are back at the start of the second quarter. Westview up 22-6. It was close to start the game, but Westview kind of pulled away a bit.
Yeah, it feels like kind of just a bomb drops out of nowhere. Westview's double digits.
Bernard drives in and she gets the layup. So a good start for the Rockets.
And this can already be a rough situation for Lincoln Northeast because they're not the best three-point shooting team. They want to play hard, get in the paint and all that, but if they're going to get down early, then they can't get back in.
Williams gets the offensive rebound off of Macy Kellner's missed three. As Ross will drive in, and she will be fouled, and she will go to the free throw line. An early foul by the Rockets.
Looking back on that first quarter, there wasn't actually too many fouls. Maybe too many bonus. I like teams are playing physical, but the refs are letting it go.
For sure, as Ross's first shot is just off. She will have one more. And she misses that one as well. Not a great free throw night for either of these teams. Stabler puts up a deep three, and that is off, rebounded by Bailey. Fierro. Passes it across to Kellner. Kellner to Bailey. Bailey for three, and that is off. Mason Kellner with the offensive rebound as Fierro shoots the three, and that is also off. But Ross ends up getting the offensive rebound and putback.
That's what I'm talking about. This Lincoln Northeast team, 2 offensive rebounds, that can't happen. They're not playing as physical as I thought they would. Westview's taking advantage.
Owens passes it into Renard. And she goes back out. Perry shoots the three. And that is off, rebounded by Williams.
Great box out from Williams.
Kellner to Bailey. She will go in and get the beautiful layup. Great moves by Bailey.
Bailey already up to double digits, 10 points for the junior.
Shot by Stabler is off. Those are points that you need to have if you're the Rockets. Fierro.
I feel like Lincoln Northeast needs to maybe slow down a bit. They're trying to get these deep threes. I feel like they want to get back in it right now, but you still have time. The score is a little rough right now, but you just got to take your time. Maybe playing a little too aggressive.
For sure. As Owens gets the layup, Westview defense wasn't quite ready for that one.
That's a nice move.
Fiero to Kellner, back to Williams. As she passes it to Bailey. Bailey with the step back, and a great shot. Puts Westview up by 18. And Westview will call a 30-second timeout as they head up 28-10.
I mean, they've come out like hungry, like they want to go to state. They're looking, I don't even know, but they're playing great tonight. Great start.
I'm sure this team's remembering last year in the Den when they hosted their districts and they ended up losing to Millard South.
And that was a rough game, and I don't want to bring it up because it's such a bad turnout, but they blew a lead in that game. So great start so far for Westview, but can't get too comfortable yet for sure.
No, for sure. I was talking to Coach Malcolm before this game, and she said this team feels at peace. They know what they have to do to win this game, and they're just feeling very comfortable.
Yeah, they saw a lot of players, besides like the transfer, Sailor Smith, and then the two sophomores. These are all players who were here last year, know what those losses feel like, but they want to win it, of course, this year, and they're off to a great start. And another thing I want to mention, at home today, that's huge. They're 8-0 at home this year, undefeated at home, no doubt. That being at home is huge for them.
For sure. That is Sand passing to Owens. And they will call a foul on McKenna Rempe, her first of the night. So it will remain Rocket basketball. Owens passes into Stabler. Stabler flips it off to Sand. Sand back to Stabler. She will go up, and the layup falls very easily.
Stabler needed that. She started the game with a 3, but then a little cooled, a few rough balls that rolled out of the rim, but that was a nice shot there.
And that will be off on the foot of a Rocket, so still Westview basketball.
And then that was a good possession as well for Lincoln Northeast. I think they just need to slow down, get more of their own shots, try to clear out the paint. You can't get into this game with just threes.
Yeah, for sure. Rempe's shot is off, rebounded by Stabler. As Rempe gets the steal, something that she does so well. She plays so physical, and it's easy to anticipate those passes.
Yeah, McKenna Rempe averaging a steal. And she's a player who comes off the bench, so not a lot of minutes, but when she plays, very impactful, plays really hard, especially on defense.
Yeah. Catrone looking for somewhere to go. As she passes it to Fiero. Fiero will give it to Sawyer as the shot clock winds down. Smith puts up a shot, and a nice shot that falls there for Smith. Her first 2 points of the night.
Taylor Smith's been one of the big players who really got better throughout the year for Westview. She's been really good in some of the recent games. She's big, but she can also shoot.
Yeah. And they will call that a foul on Westview. As Gigi Owens stays down on the court. But she will get back up. Stella Williams back in for Westview. As well as Paige Perry for the Rockets.
Gigi Owens took that hard fall there. She's been a player for Lincoln Northeast who's been playing pretty aggressive tonight. But only, I believe, 2 points to speak of it. Yeah, 2 points.
Yeah. And he's passing to Sand. As her shot is off, rebounded by Smith. A lot of bodies on the ground.
Wow, they're calling a play on both ways.
I think Fiero might have got poked in the eye on that one. As a 3 is put up by Perry, and she has it. Cutting the Westview lead to 15.
I'm surprised there wasn't a foul in that possession. A lot of play on throughout this game.
For sure. Smith for 3, just off the mark, rebounded by Sand. The Rockets are starting to gain some momentum.
Yep.
And Lincoln Northeast will call a timeout. Westview up 30-15. We are back after the Rockets timeout. Lincoln Northeast with possession. Bernard passes it off to Stabler. Stabler to Owens. As Owens' shot is off, rebounded by Smith. Patron passes to Williams. Williams for three. Off the rim. Almost rebounded by Kellner, but Williams gets her own rebound. And the putback, Westview up 32-15. Stabler to Perry. Perry back to Sam. Over to Renard. Renard having a relatively quiet night so far. Owens. Over to Perry. Sand for three. Off the back of the rim and rebounded by Control, and she will be fouled.
I think that's a call Westview might have been waiting for. A lot of play on, but a little bit too aggressive there from Lincoln Northeast.
Both teams with 2 fouls this quarter. Control bringing the ball up. Over to Bailey. Bailey over to Williams. Smith put up the three, and that is just over. Rebounded by Catrone.
What a play from Catrone.
Williams for three, and she has it. Stella Williams doing Stella Williams things.
That continues to streak. Stella Williams has a three in every single game for the Westview Wolverines.
Westview up by 20 points. A huge margin, something that I don't think many people were expecting this early in the game. Maya Sawyer in for Westview.
And it's been three-pointers so far. Westview taking all their threes to start the game. That's why they're up by so much. It's been much more of a struggle from Lincoln Northeast.
And it will stay Rocket basketball.
Westview continues to just out-physical Lincoln Northeast.
Stabler to pass it in. She gets it into Sand. Sand passes to Merle. And they will call a foul on Westview. They called that one on Catrone.
I've said they haven't been calling a lot of fouls, but I'm surprised they've caught a few off-ball fouls on Westview.
For sure. And the ball is stolen by Westview as Stabler goes hard to the ground. Kellner to Catrone. Kellner for three, and that is off. Great hustle. As that rebound will be contested, and they will call that a jump ball. Still Wolverine basketball.
Westview just playing so physical today. So many offensive rebounds. That's another big reason why they're up.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, that kind of goes with the threes Westview's taking. Like, Lincoln Northeast has a 6'2" player in the paint, Brianna Renard, but these threes are bouncing out, getting chaotic, and Westview rolling with that.
Bailey passes it to Piero. Piero to Sawyer. Sawyer drives it in. As her shot is blocked, but Bailey gets the ball and she will be fouled. I think the ball just kind of fell into Bailey's hands there after Sawyer's shot was blocked.
That's another offensive rebound. Westview doing a really good job, not giving up on any plays.
Bailey at the free throw line shooting too. And she misses her first one. That's been a struggle for Westview tonight, is they're not making their free throws consistently.
Gotta be careful, that can bite you, but they're up 20 right now. So they're doing a good job.
Second shot coming for Bailey. Bailey makes her second one. Westview is up 36-15, just over a minute left in the first half. Stabler to Perry. Perry over to Renard. Back to Stabler. Stabler will shoot the three, and she has it. That was a great gap that was created by Renard there.
Yeah, just 5 points before that three, now 8 for Stabler, and I was wondering when she's gonna get into this game. 8 points on a horrible start so far. You can't count her out, averaging, as we said, 18 points per game.
Yeah. Fierro thought about the three, but doesn't take it. She takes a closer shot, and she will be fouled. Another and one opportunity for Fierro.
Lucy Fierro loves the bright lights. She played great at Moore North early in the year, and it's these close games that she just lives for. She's doing a great job so far.
One shot coming for Fierro. And she misses that one. As Sawyer goes for the rebound, doesn't quite get it. Shot clock is off for the Rockets. They can take this to the end of the first half if they want to.
Yeah, no doubt a very, very rough first half for Lincoln Northeast, but if they can get a shot here, it'll be a nice spike of momentum.
Great defense by Fierro. Perry passes to Renard, as she will lose the ball, and it will be Westview basketball. Just a bad mistake at the end of the half for the Rockets. So Westview will have 6 seconds to try and extend their lead. Fierro dribbles in towards the basket and gets the easy layup. Westview at the end of the first half up 40-18.
And Westview playing so great. It feels like Lincoln Northeast so much is not ready. Like this is a district game, and maybe the road's getting to you, maybe it's something else, but they just came out flat this first half.
Yeah, and this team has beat some pretty good teams. It's kind of interesting. It's very off-brand what we're seeing. I don't think Renard is doing what we thought she would. Yeah. She averages a double-double, but hasn't been getting many shots so far.
And like these teams both deserve to be here, no doubt. Lincoln Northeast deserves to be here for sure, but been a bit of a rough start for them.
100%. We will see you back at the start of the second half.
Just want to add on, this is your state winning dance team. Congrats to them on the recent win at state. Hope you enjoy his performance.
Stabler. Back to Perry. Owens drives it in, puts up a shot. He's off the mark, rebounded by Stella Williams. But the Rockets get the ball back. As the Rockets gets a basket. Nice to see her start to get going in this game.
Yep, Lincoln Northeast needs a lot more of that. The physicality, create easy shots for yourself. That was a nice play right there.
Ross to Fierro.
Westview right where they left off. Another three. Lucy Fierro with 13. This team's feeling it. G. Owens has it. Gets it to Perry, who now it's Stabler. Back to Gigi Owens, who has done that move a lot. Back to Stabler. Taking it in. Great defensive trap. Back out to Gigi Owens.
Owens.
Pass.
Too high for Renard. It will be Westview basketball.
Definitely no doubt. Brianna Renard is a talented player, but she has had some issues getting the ball to her. A few issues from her, and I feel that connection's been off tonight.
Williams. They will call a jump ball. It will stay Westview basketball, but great hustle there by the Rockets to go for that jump ball.
Really impressed by Elijah Stabler. She has really elite hands. She just knocks balls away, forces multiple jump balls, plays like that. Really impressed by all that.
Williams pick up a shot, and that goes in. Westview up 45-20.
That's so impressive from Stella Williams. We know she's a knockdown shooter. She's a sniper, but right there, a physical play. Punish her way in. Ankle breaker, probably slip.
As Kellner falls to the ground, Merle gets the three-point shot.
Some are going to say it's ankle breaker, but we're going to say it was a slip.
Kellner loses the ball. Some mistakes happening from the Wolverines team. And that will be another jump ball. This time it goes the Rockets' way. So the Rockets will try and cut the Westview lead down. Still an entire half to play. So this margin isn't too big for the Rockets to come back from.
Yep.
Owens. Pass it out to Merle. Over, back around, Stabler. Passes it across as Merle passes it in to Renard, who loses the basketball and is recovered by Fierro as Bailey goes down hard to the ground. Fierro to Kellner, into Bailey as she puts up a shot. And that just swishes through the net. Great by Bailey. She is back in her flow.
15 for Bailey, and she showed her scoring every way. The three, the middies, and the paint.
Shot by Stabler is no good. Owens tries to get the rebound, but it will still be Westview basketball as it goes off the backboard. Bailey into Fierro. Westview up 47-23. Just over 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Ross with the three, and that is just off. Rebounded by Merle. Stabler drives in, and that shot is not even close to in. Fierro gets the ball, goes past Williams for three, just off the rim. Rebounded by Stabler. Owens brings the ball up. She goes towards the basket as her shot is blocked. Westview basketball. Great job by Bailey there on defense.
See right there, Gigi Owens drives straight into the paint, but it feels like there's no plan when you get into the paint. It's been a bit of an issue for Lincoln Northeast.
For sure. Fierro passes to Rumpy. Rumpy to Smith. Smith gets the easy layup, just cuts right past the Rockets defense.
Oh, it's way too easy for Sailor Smith. Got right past her defender, and it's been happening a lot.
Merle for three. Off the rim, rebounded by Catrone.
This rebounding for Westview, I mean, it's been top notch.
Bailey for three. Off the rim. Rebounded by Renard. Both of these teams have had kind of slower offenses to start the second half. As Westview will have a foul. So I believe Stable will go to the free throw line and shoot 2. Stabler, 81% from the free throw line. So great percentage for her. As her first one is off. Sand into this game. Someone who had a pretty good night. We'll see if she can create some momentum for the Rockets. Second shot coming. Stabler makes that one. Westview up 49-24. Gatrone over to Rempe. Rempe into Sawyer. And Coach Steinmans will call a timeout for Westview. Westview up 49-24.
Lincoln Northeast tried to press there. They had 3 players back guarding Westview, and I wonder if that's why Coach Steinmans called the timeout. Lincoln Northeast is going to try something different. And you got to realize, this is districts. This could be their last game of the season. They're not going to all give up at any time, so they're going to continue to play hard. Trying to press is going to be that change.
Yeah, for sure. Like we talked about earlier in the game, Westview last year at districts, they were ahead in the first half and they kind of made their lead go away. They still did end up making state. But I know it's something that Simon is thinking about right now, making sure that his team also stays aggressive.
Yeah, for sure. They've done a good job of that all night. They got to keep their intensity up, and they're doing a good job of that to start the second half.
It is Westview basketball. Sawyer will pass into Fierro. Fierro over to Control. Over to Rempe. Actually loses the basketball for a second, but gets it back. Sawyer pass up Fierro, who puts up the 3. Just off, rebounded by Sand. Stabler bringing the ball up. Passes to Owens. Owens puts a shot from the free throw line, but that shot is off. Whoa. As Catrone gets into a collision with Owens. And they will call a foul on the Rockets, Westview basketball.
Owens came soaring in for the rebound there. I gotta respect, Owens has played really aggressive tonight, but really hasn't worked out the best for her.
Owens does have 3 fouls now, so something the Rockets are going to have to watch out for in the fourth quarter. Rockets pressing a bit. Westview breaks it, no issue. Rempe into Sawyer. As Sawyer gets to Smith, back out to Catrone. Nice pass to Rempe. As Rempe's layup is just over. Rockets playing with some tempo. Stable does take it back out, and Merle gets the layup. And they will call a travel on Fierro, I believe. So Rockets basketball.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Lincoln Northeast isn't going to give up. Not going to go anywhere. A couple nice plays there, and I like they kicked it up to Stabler, and that's what they need to do. Get in that fast break, play fast and aggressive.
Williams and Kellner back into the game for Westview. Perry passes it to Sand. Sand back out to Stabler. Her 3 is off. Good rebound by Smith. Williams over to Kellner. Kellner back to Fierro. Over to Sawyer. He drives in and she will be fouled. They will call that one. On Van Dyke, the freshman. Shot by Sawyer is off, rebounded by Renard. Great by Westview to trap Bernard's there, but the Rockets are able to get out of it. Stabler puts up a three. That was pretty, but just isn't able to go in. Kellner gives it to Fierro. She will drive in, and she will be fouled. Setting, and they will give a tee to the Rockets.
Wow. That's what you can't do if you're Lincoln Northeast, because that'll get you unwound and completely out of this game. Refs are coming together to talk about it.
I'm not quite sure who that was called on. A double technical they called. Oh, so there was a technical called on sand, but Fierro was also called for a technical.
Huh.
I would have loved to bend down by the court to see what was said between those two.
Yeah.
Fierro makes her first free throw. So because of the double technical, I believe those will just offset, so no technical free throws for either of these teams, just the two for Fierro.
But still, it feels like if you're Westview, you'll live with that, that's fine, but that can be a big, emotional play, and that's going to really hurt Lincoln Northeast.
For sure, one more shot for Fierro. As that one's off the mark.
What a play from Kaylin Bailey. Tapped it out.
That was great. Sawyer pivots, gives it to Bailey. Her shot goes in and out, but she gets her own rebound. No foul called there as Rockets get possession. Owens passes it to Stabler. Stabler drives in as her shot is off, rebounded by Kellner. 1:26 left in the third quarter. Williams going hard against Stabler, and they will call that foul. That will send Westview into the bonus. So it'll be 2 shots for Stella Williams.
Feels like Westview's really starting to settle in here now. Some rough mental mistakes for Lincoln Northeast.
For sure, as Williams sinks her first one. Williams, 79% from the free throw line. One of Westview's best free throw shooters as their second shot is coming. And she makes that one as well. Westview up 52-26. As time expires, this Westview lead seems to just get bigger and bigger. And Rockets not having much of an answer. Stabler passes it. Perry over to Owens. Perry for 3. And that is just off.
Nice play by Kaylin Bailey.
We've been saying her name all night.
Yep.
And she goes to the other end, but her layup is off. And that will be out on Rempe, Rockets basketball.
Didn't make the shot, but that's what I've been talking about. Westview needs to know when to go into the fast break and when to slow it down. I think that was a smart shot, even though Kaylin Bailey couldn't finish.
For sure, 49 seconds left in the third quarter. Merle passes to Perry. Van Dyke to Owen. Back over. Rempe jumps at that one. And they will call a foul on Westview. That one was called on McKenna Rempe, her second foul of the night. Owens passes it up to Renard. The freshman Van Dyke passes to Owens. Back around. Perry shoots the 3. Off once again, but rebounded by Van Dyke. Great hustle, but Westview will get the steal. Not a great turnover at the end of this quarter by the Rockets.
That's what I've talked about. This isn't a very good shooting team. Lincoln Northeast, they don't want to get into the spot where they need the threes, and we've seen that, especially in this quarter. They didn't take more threes, but that's just not their specialty.
Shot is off by Rempe, rebounded by Merle.
5 seconds left.
Shot is up, and that three is over the basket. At the end of the third quarter, Westview up 52-26.
That three kind of defined how it's been from the Northeast. This taking shots, but hasn't been good for them really.
Yeah, for sure. This lead by Westview, I think, feels pretty big. I think at the end of the first half, it kind of felt like the Rockets could still get in it. Westview wasn't playing overwhelmingly much better. They were obviously playing better than the Rockets, but not so much better that you counted the Rockets out. But it feels like at this point, like the Rockets have a lot to climb to get back to Westview's level. If you're the Rockets, what are you saying right now in the huddle?
I mean, you got to try something different. You got to continue to bring physicality. I don't know. It just feels like Westview's played more physical and they've done better at that. And then when Lincoln Northeast wants to play more physical, they're fouling. So I don't know if they just aren't ready. I don't know. It just hasn't really turned out well for them. And also for Westview, I forgot what I was going to say. They're just playing really well. And they're just doing, here's what I said. Third quarter can be a big turning point. Like a team going to run, and that was a great quarter for Westview. Not like an overwhelming quarter, but they just did exactly what they needed to do.
Yeah, actually they kept their lead and even extended it a bit as they are up 52-26 heading into the fourth quarter. We'll see if they can maintain this lead and become District A-6 champions. The winner of this game will head on to the state tournament in Lincoln.
Yep, if you're Westview, just 8 minutes remain.
Piero to Kellner, back over to Williams, inside to Ross. She will drive hard, and her shot is off, rebounded by Owens.
See, we're did more of that. Just be more physical, be the bigger person.
As Owens' shot is blocked.
Wow.
Piero will move fast down the court.
All the way, oh wow.
It will stay Westview basketball, however.
Merle blocked the shot, but it looked like she might have said something to Lucy Fierro, but they'll play on.
Still Westview basketball. To the Rockets, a technical is not what you need at this point.
And if I coach, I'd be, like, I wouldn't be mad because right now you need to be calm, but like, just you got the block, great play, but just keep going.
Bailey into Ross. And it will be Rocket basketball.
We're going to say Williams kicked it, so it'll be Lincoln Northeast ball.
Kind of an interesting possession there. There will be a stoppage for, I think, some technical difficulties. Sometimes we got it figured out at the head table. So it's still Rocket basketball.
So like I've talked a lot about this in some of the games I've commentated that have been a bit more blowouts, like those plays like that block. For Westview, you don't care. Like you make a turnover, you don't care. You're up so much, but you just gotta keep your head in the game.
For sure. As Stabler's three is off the mark. As rebounded by Fierro. Again, great rebounding by the Wolverines tonight.
They did such a good job. 6'2". No good. 6'2" Renard. They've done such a good job of just boxing her out, not allowing her to get many offensive rebounds.
Stabler, as Owens will drive in, and she will be fouled and get the and one opportunity. Owens, such a physical player. We'll see if she can cut into the Westview lead a bit.
Feel like try again. It's been rough for Owens getting into the paint, but right there, finally got a play to go her way.
Owens looking to get 5 points for herself right now.
Renard going to the bench. If I'm Lincoln Northeast, I know that's one of your best players, but I might not play her. You need to run, play fast, and I feel like she's that player that all year long, like you want to play kind of slow defensively, and she's been great for that, but right now, you got to play fast and get back into this game.
Yeah, not as much time to cut this lead down. Piero to Kellner. Kellner over to Ross.
If you're Westview, just going to run this offense all day long.
If you're Westview, you're not in a big hurry to take a shot. You're up by a lot. You're kind of trying to drain this clock a bit.
Yep. That's what I said with that Fierro block. Like, you might take this long possession and not even get points, but that doesn't matter if you're Westview.
Right. Bailey passes it into Ross, who puts up the shot, and that is off, but rebounded by Fierro. As she sinks the three! Westview, a team that never gives up. 55 points on the night for Westview.
I mean, that play just defines, not this game, but like Westview season, they play so hard. Wow, Fierro saved it.
Fierro has been, I think, the star of this game so far for Westview.
I kind of feel like you can say Fierro's the star. It's like this is one of those team games. They played so well physically, every player, and that's been the story. They played more physical. They've out-hustled Lincoln Northeast, and that's why they're up.
For sure. Bailey gives it to Ross. And Westview will call a timeout. Westview up 55-29. 5:34 left in the fourth quarter. We are back here at the District A-6 Finals. Westview has the lead 55-29 over the Lincoln Northeast Rockets as William puts up the three, and she sinks it. And that three, I think, is just so huge for Westview, almost the exclamation mark here. There's still a lot of time left. But I think that's a real dagger in the heart for the Rockets. As they put up a three, and that one is off, rebounded by Smith.
Been a rough night for Stabler. And that's what Westview's done so well all year long. These teams have their best players, their double-digit player, and Westview's done such a good job shutting him down. Stabler with just 9 points. That's not even, that's like exactly half of her average.
As Owens gets another foul. Taylor Smith at the line. She makes her first one. As they will take Owens out. One more shot coming for Taylor Smith. Ella Podomac and Jaylee Williams in this game for the first time. As Smith sinks her second one.
This offense has been good for Westview, but it kind of feels like just been their offense like normal, but it's really been the defense. That's been so good today. Just 29 for Lincoln Northeast, that will not cut it.
For sure. As that shot for the Rockets is in and out, and Renard will be fouled. It's kind of interesting to see Ella Podomac and Jaylee Williams in this game. Those are two of the bench players that don't play as many minutes. So I don't think many people expected them to play as much in this district final game.
Me and Westview just played a great game. You're going to be able to rest some of these players as you look to make state.
Renard makes her first free throw. Brecklin Coltrane and Mackenzie James end this game. Mackenzie James coming off of an ankle injury, so it's great to see her active in this game. Renard misses her second one, as Rempe will get the rebound. Great box out by Kenzie James and
Nice
Jaylee
pass.
Williams.
Yeah, that's a foul.
Coltrane will be fouled. They will call that one on Stabler.
They call that a Stabler?
That's my bad.
No, yeah, it was Stabler, I think. I don't know, it looked to me like Sand came up from behind and smacked Coltrane, but that was good for Westview to get in that fast break, and that's been an issue for Lincoln Northeast. When Westview gets in that fast break, they just don't know what to do.
Podomac for three, and she will be fouled.
Wow.
She will head to the line and shoot three.
Yeah, Lincoln Northeast unraveling now. I mean, what a performance for Westview.
Yeah. At this point, they're just kind of decomposing a lot of mistakes for this team. Wilcox makes her first free throw. Westview up 61-30. Potomac makes her second one. 4:32 left in this entire game. Again, winner of this game will head on to the state tournament. As she makes all three of her free throws, Ella Potomac.
I mean, I kind of had to remind myself it was districts. Kind of just feels like another Friday afternoon basketball game. Because Westview's playing so good right now.
It really does. Bernard will get an and one opportunity. I mean, it's not every day that you see bench players in a district final. Every single player for Westview off of the bench. Free throw coming for Renard. She makes that one. Westview up by 30.
Yep, here's the press for Lincoln Northeast.
Going to be over to Williams.
Westview done a really good job breaking that press. Nice pickup passes.
Coltrane to Williams. Back out. Kenzie James passes it to Coltrane. James might have shot that three, but decides not to. Williams back out to Coltrane. Coltrane's shot is just off. Rebounded by Renard.
So impressive, even these bench players still running that long pass offense.
Owens drives in and she will be fouled. So Owens will head to the line to shoot two. That foul was called on Ella Potomac. So no free throws for the Rockets, but that three is off. There'll be a jump ball, Rocket basketball. Nice hustle by Stabler to get that jump ball and keep it with the Rockets. Maya Sawyer into this game. And Stabler will be fouled. That one called on McKenna Rempe. Her third of the game. So now the Rockets will be in the bonus. So Stabler will shoot two. She makes her first one.
Stabler reaches double digits with that free throw, but still a lot under her average. She averages 18, but right now just 10, able to make it 11 here with this free throw, and I think that's such a good job containing these star players.
100%. Another shot coming. As she misses that one. Rebound contested, and Owens gets that one. Perry passes it into Renard, as that shot is off.
Oh, wow.
And they will call a foul on Westview for that one, I believe. They will call that one on James. James also got hit in the face on that play. So Renard is back to the line.
Yeah, no big for this Westview lineup, so there's just the lineup where Renard can definitely feast, but hasn't done too much before this.
She makes her first shot. 3 minutes and 19 seconds left in this game. Westview, I think they can close in on their first district championship. Potomac double teamed as Williams almost loses it but gets control back.
Good timeout.
And Simons will call a timeout. Westview, it seemed like the Rockets will finally, the press was becoming somewhat successful in that. Westview was up 63-36, 3:11 left in this game. We are back here in the den. Westview up 63-36. Westview on offense. Looking to close in on this win. As Sawyer's shot will be blocked by Renard. That shot is off. Rebounded by Coltrane. Just not many shots able to fall for the Rockets at all tonight, really.
I like that there, Westview slowing down. Definitely had a fast break opportunity, but with how much time is left and how much are up, good to slow down. Nice pass.
Great play by Westview. And Coltrane makes that easy basket. So the Rockets will get a substitution.
Have you seen that? The ref like stops it to get the subs in.
That's kind of interesting. No, you don't see that very often. I think I've seen it a couple times, but
that obviously wasn't like a foul or anything. Clock didn't stop, but I don't know. Maybe trying to get in some backups here as this game comes to a close.
For sure. Another rebound by Coltrane. She's rebounded great while she's been in. Sawyer. As Coltrane takes possession, passes it to Williams. And that will be a travel called on Jaylee Williams. Westview up 65-36. Just under 2 minutes left in this game. Big pass from the 3-point line back outside as Murrow shoots the three. And she has it. Great to see a shot go in for the Rockets. Potomac brings the ball up, passes it to Williams, and she stops for a shot, and she just sinks it. Great by the senior in her last district game. Westview up 67-39.
Yeah, another thing we haven't mentioned, this is the last home game for these seniors. Forgot to mention that, and good to see every senior get in here.
These seniors have meant so much to just the Westview community.
Yep.
Many of them have started for this Westview team all 4 years that Westview has been open.
Yep. Yeah, and I mentioned earlier, they were here last year, and this is a team with a lot of turnover from last year, and I mean, what a job this season. It's been a great season.
Yeah, for sure. It just means more this game, I think, for Westview. Potomac over shot is just off.
Nice save from Becker Coltrane. Less than a minute remaining.
And that shot is over Sawyer's head. 53 seconds left in this game. Westview up 67-39. Not much that the Rockets can do at this point. And that shot is good for the Rockets. 4-second difference from the shot clock to the regular clock. Coltrane passes to Potomac. Over. Kenzie James will drive in and get the basket. Great shot by James there.
For Kenzie James, the injury she dealt with. I think she's going to end her Westview career with that bucket.
And Coltrane gets the steal to close out this district game. Westview will win it 69-42. The first district championship for Westview. And Westview girls basketball is heading to state. Just a great overall game by Westview.
11 straight wins. And that'll make them 9-0 at home. What a season for these Westview girls.
Westview, I imagine this team just feels amazing after losing in the district, in the last district game last year.
Yep.
They will finally get to see these nets come down for themselves.
Yeah.
And a majority of the senior team, of the seniors, as they go to celebrate with the student section, it is just a party here in the den tonight.
I mean, we got to talk about just that performance. They played like they wanted to win. Dominant showing tonight. They went out there and just deserved it.
As Westview is getting ready to cut down the nets. I think this win kind of puts an exclamation point on what this team has done all 4 years. I think they started off playing in Class B, so the fact that they have risen the ranks in Class A and now won the District A-6 championship.
Yeah.
The smiles on the faces of this team is just amazing.
I kind of go back to that Millard North game. I remember after that game I said that this team probably has bigger goals than beating Millard North. That was a great win, but like, I feel like this team has bigger goals. They want to make state. They want to win a game at state. Like, those are the next steps for this team. Step one is done today, winning districts.
And this team believes in themselves. They, like, not only do they think they can make state, like you said, they think that they can go far into this bracket.
Yep.
I think they are more of an underdog, though, in this tournament. But I don't think they should be, honestly. I think the fact that they beat a pretty good team like this, I just think that this is an exclamation point. It gives them so much confidence also going into the tournament.
For sure.
The trophy being handed to Westview. As they head to celebrate with the student section once again. A great turnout for Westview here. I think it just means more tonight.
Yeah, and I kind of seen this year, like last year there were moments where the student section went all the way back, and that hasn't really been happening this year, but like the fans who really care are going to be there, and that's what it's all about. And then of course they were there tonight. I could hear them a lot, and I definitely think it had something to do with the win. It felt like Lincoln Northeast was a bit rattled, but what performance for Westview.
Yeah. As Sailor Smith will be the first one to start cutting down this net. I think I'm just kind of in awe. Sailor Smith, somebody who played amazing tonight.
Yep. I've always mentioned that she's been a player who really like stepped up for Westview, because I kind of remember early on in the year, feel like she wasn't play bad or anything, but like how she's playing now, definitely a step up of where she was early in the year.
100%. A transfer student, her first year at Westview, and is able to see that she helped this team get to a district championship. Other senior Jaylee Williams cutting down the net. And the energy hasn't gone down in the den yet.
Yep.
We will be back here again tomorrow night for the first round of our boys team's district run. They will play Millard West.
I hope that they feel some fuel from how this girls team has played. They got to match it. Like this girls team is playing so good, the boys team got to match it a bit more of an underdog than boys. But
yeah. Many of them are on the court right now celebrating this with the girls. You imagine they want a piece of their own net.
Yeah, for sure. This is such a huge moment for Westview, man.
An all-time moment.
They're also cutting down the net on the other side as well. Both nets coming down at the den.
Olivia Ross going up.
Another one of those players, Olivia Ross, who, like, the stats don't jump off the page, but just plays so hard, and one of the main players who really shows off that intensity of this Westview team.
Yeah, her physicality is amazing. She plays more under the basket, and that's where she rebounds a lot. That is one of her strengths for this team. Even though this team has struggled in rebounds towards the beginning of the season, she's somebody who was able to secure the rebounds when the rest of the team wasn't quite as able.
Yep, and also one of their top defenders as well. Now it's Kenzie James cutting it down, who recently had that injury, but so great to see her back.
Yeah. This Westview team heading to the state tournament. If you're Westview, how long do you celebrate this win before you turn and put your eyes towards your first state game?
Yeah, I was going to say you celebrate for like forever, but yeah, state's coming up. So you got to shift your eyes to that, but definitely we'll celebrate this win for a while.
I believe the first game is already Wednesday, so it's a pretty fast turnaround from districts to state. But also that could be a help for Westview. They could ride this high off of districts.
Yeah.
Give them some confidence.
And they did a good job today. Kind of that fourth quarter got mostly back up. So, they've earned the right to celebrate. They've earned the right to state. They've done a great job.
Stella Williams going up. She's a person who got her 1,000 points in the den. Again,
Four-year player.
The net still coming down on the other side. We're just seeing the seniors cut down their pieces.
Now you got Sutherland Williams cutting down on this side, Lucy Fierro on the other side. Probably Westview's, two top seniors. These two players who've been here all 4 years, just embody everything that Westview's been.
Williams, I think, is cutting down the entire net. This is, I know I keep saying it over and over, but this is such a significant moment in Westview basketball. Especially for these seniors. Again, the den hasn't cleared yet. Just the entire Westview community is staying here to celebrate with this team.
And the nets come down on both sides. A cheer from the crowd. What a night for Westview.
A wonderful moment here as the team comes back to the middle to put a bow on the celebration. We even see Coach Simons jumping up and down. Kind of different from his personality than
that's
usual.
what I said. Another game I commentated, like, Coach Simons, I think he's a phenomenal coach, and he's a guy where when he needs to be intense, he'll be intense, and then moments like these he can enjoy with the team, and I think he's a phenomenal coach.
That will be all from us tonight. Westview once again is your District A-6 champions. They will be heading on to state. Grayson, any last thoughts?
I don't think there's anything I can add. This speaks for itself. What a season for these girls. It's not over yet. They got state coming up. Good luck to them, and we'll be here tomorrow with the boys game at 6.
I will be on the call alongside college